If you've ever been to Japan or even just dreamed of going, you've probably heard about the public baths, the onsen and the sento. It's this incredible cultural experience where complete strangers get together and bathe completely naked. Now, this isn't just some quirky tradition. It's actually a fascinating system built on a really solid foundation of science, law, and a unique social philosophy. And yeah, it brings up some pretty big questions right away, doesn't it? Why is everybody naked together? And, maybe the biggest one of all, with dozens of people sharing the same water, how on earth is it clean and safe? Well, today we are going to pull back the steam and show you the incredible technology and culture that makes this whole thing work so beautifully.
Okay, so first things first. We have to get one thing straight. Not all Japanese baths are the same. The two big ones, Onsen and Sento, might seem similar, but in reality, they are strictly defined and separated by Japanese law. And believe it or not, this legal distinction is the key to understanding everything else.
So let's break it down real simple. The biggest difference is where the water comes from. An onsen is a natural hot spring. We're talking a gift from Mother Nature, straight from the earth, and its main purpose is therapeutic. A sento, on the other hand, is a man-made public bathhouse. It's a piece of community infrastructure, really, built for daily hygiene and catching up with your neighbors. That one difference changes everything about what they are.
And the law is incredibly specific about this. To even use the name onsen, the water has to meet strict criteria under the official hot spring law. It has to come out of the ground at 25 degrees Celsius or hotter, or it has to contain a certain amount of at least one of 19 specific minerals. See, it's not just about getting clean, it's considered a form of therapy with real, recognized health benefits.
Now, a sento is a whole different story. It's governed by the public bath law. You gotta remember, for a long time, most people in cities didn't have baths in their homes, so the sento is absolutely essential. And even today, there are these vital community hubs. Because they're seen as a public service, the local government actually sets a maximum price for entry, just to make sure they stay affordable for everyone.
All right, so we know what they are legally. But this brings us right back to that huge question about hygiene. How is the water in these massive tubs, used by tons of people every single day, kept perfectly pure and safe? Well, the answer is some seriously impressive and mostly invisible technology working behind the scenes. So here's what's happening constantly. Most places have this powerful circulation filtration system. Water is continuously pulled from the tub, and first it goes through these heavy-duty filters that catch hair and any other gunk. Then it's sterilized, and they are very serious about preventing nasty bacteria like Legionella, so there are strict regulations that demand a constant concentration of free residual chlorine. Finally, the clean water is reheated to the perfect temperature and piped right back in. It's a non-stop, invisible cycle of purification.
And what about that temperature? Man, Japanese baths are famously hot. They're usually set to what's called atsume, which is typically between 42 and 44 degrees Celsius. Now, part of this is just a cultural preference for a really hot, satisfying soak, but there's also a brilliantly practical reason. The hotter the water, the faster it heats your body to the core, which means you feel satisfied quicker and, well, you don't linger for an hour. It helps keep things moving. It's a perfect mix of comfort and clever business.
Okay, we've got the law and the science locked down, but that still leaves what for many people is the biggest hurdle: getting naked with a room full of strangers. So let's dive into the unique social psychology that makes this feel completely normal and even meaningful in Japan.
It all comes down to this core philosophy called Hadaka no Tsukiai, which you can translate as naked communication or naked friendship. The idea is that once your clothes are off, so is everything else: your job title, how much money you make, your social status, all of it. The bath is the great equalizer. It's a rare space where a CEO and a construction worker can just chat like regular people, creating a really genuine sense of community.
And that focus on everyone's comfort is also the key to understanding the rules about tattoos, which can be confusing for visitors. Historically, tattoos in Japan had a strong association with organized crime. And while that's changing, a lot of places still have restrictions because they want to prioritize the anshinkan, or the sense of safety and peace of mind, for all of their guests. The good news is things are evolving. More and more places now offer special stickers to cover small tattoos, or even have private baths you can rent.
All right, pay attention, because if you ever get the chance to go, you absolutely have to know these 3 golden rules. First, and this is the most important one, you wash your entire body at the washing stations before you even think about getting in the tub. The tub is for soaking, not for scrubbing. Second, that little towel you get, it never, ever goes in the bathwater. You can put it on your head or on the side, but not in the water.
And third, just for hygiene, try not to rest your head on the edge of the tub. You follow those 3 and you'll look like a pro.
So we've covered the everyday bath, which is amazing in its own right. But if you want to experience the absolute peak of Japanese bath culture, we have to talk about the Onsen Ryokan, the traditional Japanese hot spring inn. This is where bathing is elevated to a true art form.
And the difference is just night and day. A business hotel is functional. It gives you a bed. And Onsen Ryokan gives you an experience of Omotenashi, this deep, intuitive form of hospitality. You're not going to a buffet for dinner. You're being served an elaborate multi-course meal, individually prepared, showcasing what's in season right there. The service isn't standardized. It's incredibly personal and warm. It's not just a place to sleep. It's a total cultural immersion designed to let you completely unwind.
So when you put it all together, you can see that Japan's bath culture is so much more than just a bath. It's this amazing fusion of 3 distinct things: the natural science of geology, which is managed by the hot spring law, the strict hygiene technology required by the public bath law, and that truly unique social philosophy of naked communication.
Once you understand all that, you can really appreciate this tradition on a whole new level. It's a system that's ingeniously designed for refreshing the body, sure, but also for building community and finding a genuine moment of peace. So, for those of you who've been, I would love to hear about it. What was the most surprising thing you experienced or learned in a Japanese bathhouse?